2023 Hare Scramble season's here. We're at Battle Creek today, getting ready to go out and rip around their 9-mile Hare Scramble course they had in store for us today. Talking to some fans here before the race. A kid came over, asked me if I'd make YouTube videos. He said, "Oh, I watch those all the time," so that's always cool to see. And we got about 10 seconds. We're coming at you from 35 plus C class. Got a great jump, and then I missed the shift, and probably half the field went by me. I think, I'm guessing today we probably had somewhere between 35-ish, maybe a little more, I don't know. There's a lot on that line. We started the Hare Scramble from the motocross start today, came out onto the track, rode part of it before we hopped in to the woods there, so it was nice to help us kind of get spread out, sort things out before we duck immediately into the woods. So love the way they let this start out. Didn't have to worry about dust today. We had precipitation yesterday, had some precipitation a little bit this morning, nothing significant, just enough to kind of keep the dust on the moto down. Woods was a little slimy in spots the first lap, but lap 2, 3, 4 and on, just really started to tack up, on my final lap here today. But by that time it was so beat up and rutted out, it was hard to do anything with that. So. But overall, great conditions, great weather. We're probably right around 48, 50 degrees, great riding weather. Tell by that bike in front of me slipping around going through some of these turns just how slimy it was in some of these areas, but again, for the most part, you couldn't ask for better conditions. So coming up here, this is the the mini 50 track here that we're on. Coming up, getting ready to go through scoring for the first lap. So this is the full lap. This is, you know, a mile and a half, 2 miles we rode here. So we're getting ready to go through scoring. Then I'll show you the completion of, you know, the remainder of the full course. And I am in 10th, first time through the check. I love this guy's sign up here. He's got a sign to his butt. It says, "Get it." Love it. Gotta get those passes when you can, when you're backed up like this. This is a little bit crisscross back and forth. You know, the 2 track that we ride through here wasn't used today. We were kind of perpendicular to that track, if you will. So we'll cross it up here, but did bottleneck through here on the first lap anyway, a little bit. Old tree roots making the appearance like they always do at Battle Creek. They were a bit slippery today. There were a few of them out there going across the trail at 45-degree angles that were a little treacherous. I don't think I ever went down on one, but I was close a couple times for sure. Weather was crappy enough this weekend down in Indiana where we're at that I got Braden to come racing with us, so he wasn't planning on golfing this weekend. Well, he probably would have if I would have left him back. He would have golfed in the rain. But anyway, got him to come up to the race. This is his first race since this exact Hare Scramble last year, so about 12 months to the day almost. And hadn't been on the bike, hadn't even started his bike, I don't think. I was on it, riding it around a few times, but I don't think he has literally been on his bike since this race 12 months ago. And we had no expectations whatsoever. He was right 13 to 18C, I want to say. And he didn't get a great start. I think he was 10th the first lap, and by lap 4, at least he said the monitor said he was in second, and he got the white flag lap, and he was running, probably had about, it was almost to the end moto section before the finish, and he ran out of fuel. And so he was out there nearly 2 hours and 40 minutes, I want to say. That's a lot of ride time on his 125 gas MC. And so we do have the oversized tank on there. Never imagined we would run out of fuel. We even run the smart carb, which is supposed to, increase the fuel mileage on those things too. So next time we'll know. I think this is the first Hare Scramble that we've ridden with that new fuel tank and with the smart carb, but we're gonna have to stop for a splash at the next one, I think. We're on the first lap, and these ruts are already getting deep in some spots. You see up here some riders getting hung up already. We had some first timers out here in our class. Gentleman I lined up to next to at the start to my right, him and his brother were racing their first Hare Scramble, and he recognized the name on my helmet and said, "Hey, I watched your video." So the videos give people, the knowledge and the wherewithal to know that they can get out here and do this, I think, and helps grow the sport. I know this series in general has grown tremendously over the last 5 years or so. So hope to see it keep getting bigger and bigger. We have the enduro section. I don't know, it's coming up here at some point, but I ended up taking it 4 of the 5 laps that I completed. So the final lap, I was not really battling anybody directly for position at that point in time. Wasn't really anybody real close to me, so I was feeling it pretty good. My shoulders and arms were just beat, and I knew it'd take a lot of energy going through that section, so I took the bypass that final time through. But first 4 laps, no bypasses, so everybody in front of me, I think you'll see it coming up, but everybody's turning off the left, and I'm curious. I haven't watched this video through yet to see how many people I passed, but I know I had to pick up positions there. go. Everybody went off to the left, the bypass here. Again, it's my first time watching it, so I'll see if I get any positions here. Easy peasy. I think I just picked up like a half dozen positions, probably at least. Got some of the team riders that started the road behind us have caught us now, so they started a minute behind us, and they've worked their way through a lot of our class and are passing us now from the road behind. Pass call there. Felt like he was holding me up a bit. Didn't really have a good opportunity to get around on my own, so it works. This one here got nasty by the end of the race, and it wasn't just one line nasty, it was about 4 or 5 lines just deep as all get out. Yep, about 25 minutes in, arm pump extremely bad. Kind of resided as the race went on until, like I said, that final lap I was pretty spent on the upper body, arms, forearms, and whatnot. But for the most part, it wasn't horrible other than this first lap. That was the bypass to go around this creek. This is the bridge that we would typically ride over, but they had changed course this year. I don't know if it's because of the rain and the bridge was going to be slippery, which it would have been extremely treacherous, but it worked out. A little sandy underneath there. You had to duck a little bit, but all good. stick around when it was over to see how we did. We just hopped in the truck and loaded stuff up, headed back home, but curious to see what the final results do show. I was dropping back. I had a pretty lengthy mishap on, I don't know if it was lap 3 or lap 4, where I lost, I don't know how much time. Somebody had crashed or installed their bike in front of me going up one of those rutted hills, and I was committed at that point. By the time I got to it, I really had nowhere to go. Ultimately, I tried to lift my tire up out of the rut, kind of got cross-rutted and shot my bike off in the woods and lost a lot of energy. Bike started overheating. It wasn't good. But it's racing. But I probably lost 5 positions, I'm guessing there. I sat there trying to work myself out of that mess for several minutes, and curious to see what the lap times show on that, because it was costly for sure. Alright, getting ready to come back out on the moto here. This is a little new section that I have not ridden before through the woods. there's a couple guys out here in my class that knew how to ride moto. Obviously, I'm not one of those. Well, we're getting ready to come back through scoring here in a minute or so. I was 9th this lap, so I moved up a position from my first time through scoring. Then I had a couple mishaps, went back to 13th, and like I said, that big mishap on the 4th lap, I want to say, and I think I was 19th to finish. So again, no expectations coming into this. Just go out, finish the race was my goal. Accomplished that, and got to see a lot of familiar faces. Talked to some friends I hadn't seen in some time. So great day at the track. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.